Okay, good afternoon. So today we'll we'll navigate through R, and then we're going to use a particular package that's available in R, and that's used for trading. R is a very powerful software for trading. So we're going to be exposed to some packages that are used in as a tool by investors in in trading and investment. So how do you open an R Markdown file? Uh, if you have your R Studio open, okay, our interface will be quite different kasi may mga nakapasok na ng mga files dito. Let me clean this first. Okay. Okay. So let me close this. Okay. How do you open an RMD file? Here in the upper first, may I know, guys, kung pare-pareho tayong position ng window pane? I have here my script window. May I suggest that we have the same position of the window pane so that it's easy for you to follow along and compare what you're doing with what I'm presenting. Do you have the environment window here? Below this is the script window. Okay, this is the environment, or some call it history.
Sir, paano
Environment.
ilipat yung environment?
Sige.
Nasa
So,
side yung...
yeah, pag bukas nyo, yung console andi dito, no? Diba? Ang nasa baba yung console. So how do you now transfer? Okay, there are several ways. One way is to go to your tools, go here to tools, and then go to global options. Sa ilalim. Okay, tools and then global options. And then dito, sa options natin, andito yung pane layout. So you can click this. Ayan, no? So currently, my script window is here, upper left, and then my console is on the upper right. If you want to change, okay, kung gusto niyo ilipat yung environment dito sa below, you can just click dito yung environment andi dito sa inyo, no? You can just click it and then click niyo si console. So ang mangyayari niyan, si console lilipat dito. Tapos dito lilipat si environment. Or you can click here, si console, tapos i-click nyo si environment. Si environment lilipat dito sa lower left. Okay? So ang pinagpalit lang natin si console at saka si environment. Now, what's the reason why I do that? Kasi yung results, makikita mo rin sa console. So for me, it's more difficult to go to the source and then look at the results below. Para sa akin, easier kung ang result nasa right side. Kitang-kita mo na kagad. Okay? You don't have to go down and look at the result. And then, if you want, you can also change the appearance. I changed the editor theme to Cobalt. Of course, iba-iba yan. May ambience, okay? Chaos, Chrome, Clouds, okay? Clouds Midnight. I prefer yung Cobalt, no? Mas malamig para sa akin sa mata ko. Then you can change the font. Okay? And then may theme pa nga dito eh. May sky theme. Okay? Tsaka may modern theme. Okay, and then the font size, okay, you can make it 16 or whatever. Okay, so at least yun muna, tingnan natin. No? And then you click OK. Then mababago na yung format ng window pane. Okay, request guys to chat please kung okay na, kung na-adjust nyo na yung window panes nyo. Thank you. Thank you, Al. Okay, good. So, ganun lang gagawin ko, guys, para kasi baka nahihiya kayo magtanong. Pero dapat hindi na kasi masters na kayo. Okay. So, wait, malaman ko lang ano yung undergrad nyo? Sorry, I just want to know para I can adjust accordingly. Let's start with Leonard. Ano yung undergrad mo, Leonard?
Business ads, sir. Major in economics.
Saan? Lasal ka ba?
No, sir. Ateneo de Cagayan.
Ako nga pala. I think I asked that question, pero sorry, I forgot. So,
Yeah.
a
It's
BA
okay, sir.
major in Eco sa Ateneo de Cagayan. Okay, si
Yes.
Kimwell. Thank you, Leonard. Kimwell, saan? PUP ka ba?
Hindi po, Lasali pa po.
Lasali pa nga pala.
Business ad, major in financial management.
Okay. Pati sa L, ganun ba rin?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Lasali pa kayong dalawa. Major in financial management. Okay?
Apo.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to open an RMD file. Okay. How do you open an RMD file? So click nyo to. In the script window, you can see here this icon, the plus. No? Okay. If you click this, yan, there are different options here. We have sa inyo ba quarto document na? Quarto document, quarto presentation. Paki-yes na lang, guys. Are you seeing quarto document, quarto presentation?
Mine is our notebook or Macron.
Walang ano?
I do
Well,
not have.
Sa akin, sir, merong kwarto document and kwarto presentation.
Baka lumang ano yun, baka lumang R Studio version yung na ano mo, no? Anyway, wag na muna ngayon, but try to see if i-check mo kung yung R Studio mo yung latest. Kasi yung latest, may quarto document na. No?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So we can choose our script. Pag I think I did, I'm not sure, no? Pero may I again reiterate this request for you to watch the initial videos that I shared so that we don't have to go through the parang introduction ng paggamit ng R, no? And it will serve you well for you to or you can of course go to YouTube and satisfy yourself with so many tutorials on how to start with R and R Studio. Sobrang dami no kaya hindi tayo magkukulang ng materials on how to learn R by yourself. Okay, so we can start using an R script or an R notebook or an R markdown. For our purposes, we're going to use an R markdown. Kasi may inherent advantage ang paggamit ng R markdown as compared to R script. So let's click this. And then you'll be asked for the title. Okay, you can just fill up the, let's say, Quantmod. Okay, introduction. Then dito, intro to Quantmod. Okay, automatic yung date niyan. Use the current date when rendering the document. Okay, and there are different formats that we can use. Ang default niya yung HTML. So we can use HTML. Or we can render using a PDF or Word. Okay, anyway, you can later on, pag natapos na natin document, we can still render it whether as PDF or a Word. But the default is HTML, so let's just use that for a while. In the meantime. So, okay. Okay. All right. So when you open a new R markdown, you will have this. Meron tayong default na makikita. So ito yung pinatawag natin YAML, Y-A-M-L. Andiyan yung title, author, and then yung date. Default siya sa, I don't know sa inyo baka nakalagay yung date mismo ngayon. Or it can be R system.date, and then the output is the HTML document. Okay, and then meron pa dito isa, R setup, include is equal to false. Include is equal to false means that when you print this, hindi na isasama tong code na to. But this will set up your R. Okay? And then default niya meron tayong sample. Okay, may sample type dito. Okay, but we're not going to look at the sample. Okay, anyway, let's just navigate through this first. Okay, R Markdown. This is an R Markdown document. It's a simple formatting syntax for authoring either an HTML, PDF, or a Word document. Okay, and then you can have here, you're given this link, rmarkdown.rstudio. I leave you to navigate through this and learn more about R Markdown. Okay, and then when you click Knit, okay, where is Knit? Andi dito si Knit, no? Okay, hindi. Ito. Sorry nalito ako sa current chunk ako. Ito guys, no? You can see this Knit. You need the document in order for the document to be printed. Kaya sabi dito, when you click the Knit button, which is this one, a document will be generated that includes both content as well as the output of any embedded R code. Okay, let's just try this. So for example, this one, ang tawag dito, this is a code chunk. Ito yan. Ayan, chunk. It's a code chunk. Now, the difference between an R script and an R Markdown is that si R Markdown, lahat ng mga codes dito sa nakalagay sa isang code chunk. So let me show you, if I open an R script, open ko siya. Okay, so magbubukas ng isang window dito. Ito si R script. It's blank. Okay, you can still run programs here. Okay, but ito hindi kailangan ng code chunk. Ang kailangan ng code chunk si R Markdown. And there's an advantage to this, which we'll realize as we go along. Okay, so here is an example of an R Markdown. No? Andito yung code. So here we have, this is how you run a code in an R Markdown. You have 3 backticks, and then you start with open parentheses, parentheses, and then you have R here, and then this is the name that you give to this code chunk. Okay, it's important to index your code chunk kasi minsan sa isang file ang dami yung code chunks. Pwedeng 100 yan. So paano kung hahanapin mo si code number 60? Okay? So paano yun? You can write here the name or kunwari lagyan ko dito ng number, no? 1. Let's see if this will work. Okay? And then here I have a code summary cars. Okay, so let me just run this. How do you run a code chunk? Just click this one. Click this one. Yan, run current chunk. Or you can click it from here. Sorry. Ito. Run current chunk. And so dapat andun kayo sa code chunk, no? Kung saan yung gusto i-run. So I can either run this. So if I run this, what do we have? We'll have summary statistics of the variables that come with the cars dataset. So CR, it comes with it datasets, no? Kasi yung mga packages na dinidevelop ng iba't ibang authors, sometimes they include datasets with the package so that that dataset is available to those who are using R, and then they can work on it. They can use that data set in order to follow along the codes in the package. Okay, so for example, ito, if I yung help function, I can use the console and I can use the script window. If I write question mark and then the cars. Ano ba tong cars na to? All right. So this is the help function. Nasa help ako, no? So dito sa fourth window pane, andyan yung si files, si plots, si packages, si help. Yan. So dito magre-reflect si help every time you have want to seek help, either question mark or sometimes pag package, it's double question mark. So what does it tell us? Itong cars na object na to, it's coming from the package datasets. So ano yung description ng file na to? This is the data that give the speed of cars and the distances that's taken to stop. So dalawa daw yung variable niya, speed at saka distance. Ito yun. Kasi sabi natin dito, i-summarize na yung data na cars. And since this data is already loaded, preloaded na yan to our studio, then pwede natin kunin yung summary stats niya. So if you take a look at this, ito yung minimum, ito yung first quartile, second quartile, average, third quartile, and the fourth quartile is the maximum. Okay? And then our studio has a very, very powerful data visualization tool. Marami yan. Meron yung ggplot2, which we're going to also use later on. It's a package that's used for data visualization, but you can also use the plot function coming from the base R. Pag sinabi natin base R, yung R mismo. No? Yung si R mismo, may mga codes na siya, may mga functions siya na available. Okay? But if you want other functions, if you want to use other functions, syempre, maglo-load ka ng other packages. So if we click this, if we run this command chunk, then it will plot, no? So pressure vis-a-vis temperature. So we can see here there seems to be a exponential relationship between pressure and temperature. Okay, so we'll have more of plotting. Okay, so tapos ito, note that the echo is equal to false parameter was added to the code chunk to prevent printing of the R code that generated the plot. Yan nakalagay dito. Yan, echo is equal to false. Para saan ba yung echo is equal to false? So that when we knit this and when we print this, ano mangyayari daw? Ibig sabihin ng echo is equal to false, hindi ipapakita tong code chunk na to. All right, so let's see what happens if we knit this very quickly. Knit. If I press this, so merong options na knit HTML to PDF to Word. Let's start first with knit to HTML. If I knit that, okay, let's see what happens. It will ask us, son, where are we going to save the file? So trial. Okay, save. Okay, so once it's saved, it will now automatically print out a, okay, ito yung HTML file natin. Ito yung link niya. Hindi, ito yung location niya. And then we can copy the link, the URL, so that we can access this anytime sa computers, internet. Okay, you can see here the plot, the printout. Okay, and true enough, wala dito echo is equal to false. Hindi niya sinama yung code chunk. While here, kasama yung code chunk. Okay. All right. Any questions so far? I'll give you time. You might want to also knit that file. Kindly chat na lang yes, guys, kung okay tayo, so that I know if there are no questions. Okay, thank you, Leonard. Thank you, El. Thank you, Kimball. Okay, so very easy, no? Very easy to print a document to generate an output. Okay? Pwede rin PDF. No? So let's check kung pwede ng PDF kasi dati kailangan may i-load ka pa na add-ins. Now, I'm not sure if this kasi nag-install na ako ng add-ins nito eh. But let me try. Need to PDF. Binago na yata din ni R yung ano. Yan, tingnan nyo guys. So it's showing here. It's rendering. Nagre-render siya. Nag-delete siya. Kanina hindi natin nakita to. No? Kasi needed siya to HTML. Now it's needing sa PDF. So let's just see. Let's wait for it to finish. Nag-neat siya. If the document is long, sometimes it might take a long time to neat. Pero ito, napakaliit naman ang document natin. So let's just wait for it to neat. And of course, you can knit it also to Word. Mas mabilis yung pag-knit sa Word na napansin ko. Sa PDF, isa nga na ano pa eh, na na frozen siya ng pag-process. Okay. Can you see this? Ito ang sinasabi dito na ano, if it did not work in your machine, guys, you might need to install first yung TinyTech na ano na package. Okay? So, but let's not do that now. Nag-ano ba sa inyo, nag-error message na ano na hindi siya pwedeng ma-knit sa PDF kasi may package na kulang.
Yes, sir. Same po nung sa inyo.
Ganito din?
Opo.
Ganito? Hindi siya nag-error.
Opo.
Okay. Pero hindi naman siya nag-error message, no? Same. Kasi hindi naman error message yan. Ibig sabihin, nagra-run pa siya. Pero wait, na?
May error po na nakalagay sa
Meron ba?
Error, latex failed to compile. Yan, ganyan po.
Okay. My apologies. Kasi, pinaayos ko tong PC ko. So, itong laptop ko pala. So, na-delete yung mga dating packages sa R. So, I will have to do that again. You can just follow the instructions here. Kailangan mag-install muna ng add-in na package like this. Kailangan yung otherwise consider. Pwede rin kayong MicTech, no? From Windows to. Or you can use the TinyTech package. You can install it and then when you need sa R, ang advantage naman ng R documents siya. No? Isa naman HTML. Plus, you can also knit it to Word. But let's not do that anymore in the meantime. So I leave that to you to explore. Okay, so that was just a very brief introduction to your R Markdown. Of course, R Markdown is much more powerful than just a simple print. Okay, so I'll leave you guys as you graduate students na kayo. I'll leave you to on your own explore what are the merits of using an R Markdown file instead of an R script. Ang difference nila, pag sinave mo to, guys, itong file na to, naka-ano siya, .rmd. So that's R Markdown. Yung script window, okay, yung script, naka-R Markdown din to. If we open a script window, .r lang siya. I'll open an R script document, or you can press Ctrl-Shift-N. So I opened an R script document. Okay. So ito yun, ano? Yan, R script siya. When I save this, ang default extension is .r. So you can easily distinguish an R Markdown, RMD file, and an R file, .r. Okay, so for our purposes, we're not going to use the .r. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, let's delete this. I-delete natin to, hindi natin to kailangan. Example lang naman yan. Okay. Ito pa. Okay, so we now have a blank R Markdown. Okay. Okay, this is a subject on trading software. So, ang finals nyo guys will be project, individual project, no? One using R Markdown and another one this time using Python. So, ang suggestion ko as early as now, medyo ano na rin kayo sa Python so that we'll be trying shoot two birds with one stone here. So, kasi limited yung time natin, baka I might just ask maybe each of you to report a portion of Python just to force you to learn Python also. Kasi may advantage ng Python. May there has been a debate which is the best freeware software to use for finance, for analytical finance. Some would say it's R, some would say it's Python. Okay, it's actually a toss-up. May pros and cons sila. Personally, I prefer R. Kasi although parang sa Python, madali lang din yung coding, ano? Siguro nasanay na ako sa R. So, but when I learned Python, okay lang din naman siya. Kaso mas nagagamit ko kasi si R. Kaya parang nagkakaroon ako ng bias. But Python is also very powerful. And a lot of tutorials are now being generated in Python, for Python. Dati kasi panay R. Ngayon, marami ng Python. Many books already. So, if you really want to learn it, ang constraint kayo. No? Kasi you can buy books online, you can buy, I don't know kung may mga physical stores na ngayon ng bookstore, pero online pwede naman. Daming references. Okay. Now, how do we write a code chunk like this? Ang long cut, ba? Mag-aano tayo dito sa may upper left, yung tick sign, and then parenthesis, and then R. And then you can write a name. Okay. For example, let's say install. Okay, let me just write packages. So this will be the name of this code chunk. Okay, you can put number 1 here, 1 packages, 1 dash bar. Let me see. Okay, so when we go out of the code chunk, and then, okay, we have to go here. Ayan. Chunk 2, 1 dash packages. It's underscore, 1 underscore. If walang yan. The underscore na lang. Okay, so it's useful to give an index, a name to your code chunk. Kasi kung mahaba na yan, and then you want to access a particular code chunk, paano nyo ma-access? Kung ito, dalawang code chunks na. Yung isa, set up. Ito yun. Okay? R, and then the name of this code chunk is set up. And then next is R, 1 underscore packages. So when I look at the code chunk directory here, okay, ito yung title, intro to Quantmod. This is chunk 1, which is this one. Okay. And yung pangalan niya setup, no? And then ito naman, chunk 2, ang pangalan niya 1 underscore packages. Okay. Okay, there are, for now, we're going to just make use of 3 softwares, no? Not softwares, but 3 packages. So let's load yung Quantmod, yung technical trading in R, TTR, and also Quandel. So how do we load? Okay. I'm trying to end this. Ayaw ah. Console na lang. Okay. So we're going to load tatlong packages, Quantmod, technical trading in R, and then Quandl. So these three packages, and these packages come with so many functionalities. So ano yung mga packages? Packages are add-ins. So codes din siya na generated by people who, let's say people from finance, people from economics, people from biology, create their own codes, their own programs, and then they submit it to the R network, yung CRAN, Comprehensive R Archive Network, for validation and for for uploading. And once it's uploaded, you can now download that package and then make use of its functionalities. Okay, for example, ito. So tatlo yung i-install natin. How do we install these packages? So we use the code. So we have to put it in the code chunk. Dapat nasa code chunk yung natin, yung code. Otherwise, hindi siya mag-run. Sandali. Dinilit ko na muna. Increase ko ng ano. One, two, three. Oops, ano pala. Just right here. One, install. Okay. It's also a helpful practice to give a title or index name to your code chunk. Kasi dito makikita mo, ano? So that, as I said, when you later on look for a particular code chunk, okay, it's easy to trace it kasi may mga pangalan siya. Okay. So how do we install packages? Well, we use the function install that packages. Okay. And then, okay, we identify the function. Now, take note, R is very case sensitive. So, kung kinapitalize natin tapos hindi naman dapat kinapitalize, mamamali tayo, mag-error. For example, itong function na to, install that packages, hindi siya pa pwedeng capital. Okay, and also, sulat natin si Quandl. Si Quandl should also be written in small letters. Okay, kasi pag nag-big letter tayo, naglagay ako ng big letter. Quandl. Quantmod muna. Unahin natin yung pinaka-importante sa atin. Quantmod. And this should be not capitalized. No? And if I run this, okay, nag-error siya. Ayan, bakit siya nag-error? Warning in installed packages. Package Quantmod is not available for this version of R. Okay, wala raw Quantmod. Eh, how do I know meron yan? Meron yan sa akin kasi na-install ko na yan. If not, guys, hindi nyo makikita. But another way to, mamaya na, yung pag-install ng packages, diba, no? So here, I just replace the capital Q with a small q. Run this. Okay, sabi dito, one or more of the packages to be updated are currently loaded. Restarting R prior to install is highly recommended. Okay, so pinapa-install ko yung Quantmod, although meron na ako, no? So I will not install it anymore. Okay, so kindly check, guys, if you run this, either you click this or You go to the end of this line, Control Enter, and that way, may install yung ano. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds. Once you have installed it, kindly chat please, so that I know that you have already loaded the package. Okay, thank you, Leonard. So let's give your classmates a few more minutes.
Sir, may error po na lumalabas sa
An
R tools.
R is required to build. Okay, sige. Dali nga gawin kong ano yung ano yung sa sa chat. Or dito. So share. Okay, wait. So share. Asan dito yung ano? Bakit wala dito? Dapat where is that? So new share. Wala dito. I'll share ko muna. New share. Hindi rin. Asa na ba siya? Kasi gusto kong kayo din mag-share. O sa new share yun? Okay, so hindi ko mapaano yung share, no? If this is the message, Elaine, install mo muna si ano. So you have to follow this, no? So ganun din, lagyan mo install, kahit dito na lang sa ano, right? Run your code here in console, pwede naman yun. Copy mo tong install.packages, tapos palitan mo ng rtools. I-run mo na yon, and then saka i-run yung Quantmod. Please download and install the appropriate version of rtools before proceeding. Okay, baka palagi ko lumang version ng ano ng R Studio yung o kaya yung R yung na-download mo. So i-check mo na lang Okay, pero i-ano mo muna i-run mo muna yung rtools. So copy mo install.packages and paste it to console, and then palitan mo yung Quantmod, palitan mo ng rtools. Take note that very case sensitive si R, no? So dapat pareho yung spelling. How about si Kimball at saka si Leonard? Were you able to install Quantmod?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Na-install na.
Okay, good. So while waiting for L, pwede na rin install tong TTR at saka si Quandel. You can also just copy this, Control C, and then palitan nyo si Quantmod, technical trading in R. And then si Quandel. Si Quandel, I think capital Q. Okay, so if you're done, let's just wait a bit for L. L, paki-inform na lang kami kung ano R tools. Di ba dapat capital R yan? Check mo yung check mo yung message sa'yo, no? Very case sensitive ang ang R. I think yung message sa'yo is, yeah, capital R dapat.
Sir, it's still an error even if it's capital.
Bakit ganun? Dali ah. Hindi ko makita yung ano eh. Yung sa share. Okay, can you share your screen please? Stop share mo na ako. El, paki-share nga ng screen mo.
This one, sir. Can you say?
Yeah, okay, isa mo rin yan. Okay, where did you run it? Ito, installed packages. Warning R2s is required to build R, but R2s is not available. Okay, so pag ganyan, okay.
Is it in the version, sir?
Oh, baka-
4.2.0 pala yung meron. Should be 4.2.1.
Oo, so ang suggestion ko, i-update mo na lang yung ano, no, yung, pero we have to wait for you kasi magra-run tayo eh ng ano, ng mga codes. Okay, guys, is it okay for us to ano to wait for Ella? She's just going to download the latest version of and R Studio. R yung 4.1 na, di ba?
Four point two na po yung sa amin.
4.2 na yung bago. 4.2 na raw. Pero dapat hindi pa rin, okay pa rin dapat yan kahit 4.0 yung version mo eh. Kasi RTools, luma na yan eh. Matagal ng package yan. So, it should run with 4.0. Once you're done, Ella, kindly chat mo. So, sige, hintayin lang natin sandali si Ella na
Sir, can I see your screen? I already downloaded the updated version.
Di ba ako naka-share screen?
Nawala, sir, kasi nag-share screen ako kanina.
Okay. Okay, sige. Share screen. Share screen. Yeah. Okay. Did it install, Ella?
Sir, I'm trying na po.
Okay. Pero nagra-run na. Nag-load siya, Ella.
Installing, sir.
Can you share your screen? Stop share ako. Para makita natin yung progress ng pag-install.
Sir, this one.
Patingin sa baba. Okay, sige pa. Baba. Sige, down. Okay, okay na. How do I know na natapos na siya? Go to the console. Makikita mo yung cursor sa baba. Guys, how do I know it's done? Yung sa cursor dito sa console. Yan sa baba. Ah, yung active na cursor. Nasa new line na siya. Yung greater than symbol na yan. Ibig sabihin new line na yan. So, ibig sabihin, finish na yan, na load na. Pero anong sabi dito? R-Tools is required to build. Okay. Hindi available for this version of R. Okay, sige, okay lang yan. Tapos, okay, sige. Let me share screen now. Okay. So, if you have encountered some difficulties with kunyaring Quandel, no? We'll address that next time. Kasi minsan, so see, if our studio and if R keeps on updating yung version niya, minsan hindi kagad nakakasunod yung mga packages. So Quandel is a package, and then since we're using R.4.2 ng R, baka yung version ng Quandel na available is not yet hindi pa siya compatible with the 4.2. But let's see. Okay, so you only install the package once. So pag na-install nyo na siya, dapat lalabas na dito yan sa packages. So let's do that. Take a look at the packages here. And then i-type natin, for example, Quantmod. So Quantmod should appear. Okay? Quantmod should appear. And then you can actually load the package here. If you click this, then pag-click nyo siya, and then enter. So, ilo-load na yan. What do I mean by loading? When I say load, once you have installed the packages, you will have to, by the way, ang shortcut ng script window is Control-Alt-I. Okay, so hindi na ako nag-type ng backticks, tapos R, tapos backticks ulit. So just press Control-Alt-I. Is anybody using Mac? O lahat kayo Windows? Okay, all are Windows? Okay. So the shortcut for this one is Control, ano ba dito? Windows Supremacy, sir. What do you mean, Leonard? Ano ibig sabihin nun?
No, sir, joke lang. Windows, sir. Using Windows lang.
Supreme, Supreme. Okay, sige. Now, when you install a package, you will have, if you want to use it, you will have to require it. It doesn't mean that if you have installed it, doesn't mean automatically available na yan, no? And what's the reason for that? If you have so many packages, okay, yung dating laptop ko, so sobrang dami na ng mga packages. Ngayon marami pa rin, marami na rin. So we will have a different list kasi marami na ako na-install na package dito. But kindly open your packages and you will see yung base. Ano nangyari dun sa base? Naka-ano siya, guys? Naka-check ba sa inyo?
Yes, sir.
Okay, automatic yan, no? So there are packages that automatically comes loaded with when you open an R, no? When you open R. Ibig sabihin nun, hindi nyo na kailangan you don't have to install to load it. How do you load it? To load it, you use the library function. Library. Okay? And then Quantmod. Okay, library or the same thing with require. Pareho lang to. Quantmod. Yan, the same. Require, Quantmod, and then notice I place here a hashtag. If it's a hashtag or pound sign, it will be treated as a comment, so hindi siya ira-run. Okay, and then let's also do the same for the others. No? Ngayon kung hindi nyo na-install yung sa software, yung sa package, then hindi mag-error yung yung PTR and then library okay, and then I'm going to run this. Okay, sabi dito, error in library Quandel, there is no package called Quandel. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa ito na-install. If we're trying to load a particular package, and then it returns this error term, it means that this package has not yet been installed. So let me see. Hindi ko na-run to, no? Okay, install that packages, Quandil. Q. All right. So now, successfully unpacked. So okay, you know, na-load si Quandel. And then if I check class sa packages ko, ano na siya? Okay, it's a wrapper, API wrapper for Quandel. Okay, we'll discuss its significance as we go along. Maybe not today. All right, so now this will already run library Quandel. Okay, library Quandel. So, yan na. Ang galing ko na nga ito. Okay, library Quandel, okay na siya, no? And if I check, yan, Quandel. Naka-check na siya. All right, so we're going to make use of 3 packages. In the meantime, there will be others later on. Quantmod, TTR, and Quandel. So first, let's take a look at, of course, your best friend is Google. Pwede nyo i-type si Quantmod muna, i-Google nyo, and then it will, if you go to CRAN, punta tayo sa CRAN, dito na lang, no? Here, packages, and then you click Quantmod. Double click here, click this, and then here you go. Quantitative Financial Modeling Framework, Quantmod. So let's go to the description file. Okay, so ito yung description ng Quantmod. The recent version, the latest version is 0.4.2. And then you're given here the authors, si Ulrich, no? These are who's who as far as R is concerned. Yan, si Ulrich, maraming na-create na mga packages. No? Also, si Wouter also. Okay? Mga familiar yung mga names na to. Pero si Ulrich ang pinaka familiar. Sorry, si Joseph Ulrich at saka si Jeffrey Ryan din. Marami na rin nagawa yan. Packages. Alright, so this is some description about Quantmod. No? Back ako. Alright. Here you can, if I click this, yung Quantmod package, okay, let's see some more information about it. Okay. And then, balik ako. Yan. We now have the listing of the packages, of the functionalities that come with Quantmod. Yan. So, ang dami niyan, no? Ibig sabihin, ang dami-dami mga functions na pwede natin gamitin. Like ito, add RSI, Relative Strength Index. Add SMA, add SMI. You can add these plots. Or you can add these details to the plots of, let's say, your stocks. So marami pang ibang functionalities. Okay, so any questions so far? Kung clear, paki-chat na lang ng clear, ha? Okay. Leonard, questions? Okay. All right. So the first thing that we're going to learn is how to import or load data. Okay, lagay natin dito. Okay, let's first look at importing data using the Quantmod package. Okay, so Quantmod is a pretty powerful package. Okay, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Kasi minsan intermittent yung internet connection. So minsan nawawala. Okay, so how do we download data from the internet using Quantmod? Now, si Quantmod, kaya niyang kumuha ng uh, ng information from Google Finance, and then let me say before to ngayon wala na kasi. Hindi na, tinanggalan ni Google yung access doon. Also from Yahoo and from Wanda. Ano pa ba? From Fred. From Fred. Saan pa ba pwedeng kumuha ng ng data? So quite a lot of sources by which we can get data. So dati, guys, we can get data from Google Finance. But unfortunately, this was stopped. Just forgot when this was stopped. So we can no longer get data from Google Finance. But from Yahoo Finance, pwede tayong kumuha ng data. And you know that Yahoo Finance is a repository of, it's a database of information, financial information, economic information. Okay, maraming information doon. Stock prices, stock returns, etc. Si Wanda, this is a site where you can get FX, no? Exchange rates, foreign currency, exchange rates. Kaso limited to. Limited lang. But at least you can get, I think, 90 days or 3 months worth of of exchange rates. Kasi iba paid na dapat. Paid subscription na. Okay, question, class. May question ako. Are you familiar with Fred? Yes or no, please?
No, sir.
No. Okay, thank you. The rest?
No, sir.
No. Okay, good. Because that's an opportunity to learn. Sige, tingnan natin ha. I-Google natin para ngayon alam niyo na, no? Yung Fred. Okay. So, click ko lang kung yan ang unang lalabas. Ayan. Okay. Siya yung unang lalabas. Federal Reserve Economic Data. Okay. If you click this, magsasawa ka dito sa sa data, no? All right. So you have here CPI, sa inflation. Ano ba yung CPI? I got confused. CPI, Consumer Price Index, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Pero ba't nila hiniwala ito? Okay, GDP, inflation, interest rates, M2, unemployment. So tons of information you can get from Fred, and it's free. Free. You just have to learn how to navigate through this one. Nag-iiba pa kasi yung yung interface. So let's see. Dito siya sa sa economic research resources. Hindi dito. Let's see. Saan natin makukuha yung data about Fred? Dito ba? Tutorials, Fred tools. Okay, hindi dito. Si asa na yung, ito kasi download graph, track 818 US and international time series from 110 sources. Okay, you can see how expansive this site is. Welcome to Fred, your trusted source for economic data since 1991. But that doesn't mean that the data only starts from 1991. May mga data na as far back as 1970, 1960, they provide for it. And one good thing, as I said, is that this is free. Free siya, libre siya. No? Okay, mayroon natin itong COVID-19 resources. Okay, let's have an example. Okay, so ano bang magandang tinan dito? Okay, dito, sige, tingnan natin itong international time series. Okay, may filter po tayo dito, no? Employment. Okay, prosperity scorecard. May poverty data. For example, dito sa interface na to, 10-year treasury constant maturity minus 2-year treasury constant maturity. May daily data, may monthly data. 30-year fixed rate mortgage average in the US. Okay, may federal funds, effective rate, monthly, daily, annual, bi-weekly, etc. Ito yung coverages nila. So you can you can really download, you can really access here. Yan, 10-year kunyari. Let's see. Example na pwede gawin natin. GDP in US to, no? Billions of dollars quarterly, may annual. So dalawa, quarterly at saka annual. And then ito all the way back to 1947, quarter 1 up to quarter 2, 2022. So very, very recent. If I click this, okay, so you can see here the plot 1947 GDP. GDP of US malamang to, no? Okay, billions of dollars, seasonally adjusted annual return. Okay, GDP, US output to. Okay, so you can also download the data. So you can do it CSV file, Excel file. So let me choose, for example, CSV file. Yan. Yan na siya. Okay, that becomes here. Date. Okay, so this is quarterly, no? GDP. 1947 hanggang April 1, last quarter. Okay, so as I said, guys, kayo magsasawa ng data na ano na. So let me see. I'm not sure if we're going to tackle time series. Kailan na lang natin. But if we do, then one of the possible projects is to get time series from Fred and then model that time series. Okay, so these are the sources. Meron pang iba, no? Meron pang ibang sources na pwede. And then you can get directly using the Quantmod package data from Yahoo Finance, from Wanda. Okay, so let's have an example. And the function that's used there is get symbols. Shortcut natin, Control-Alt-I. Control-Alt-I. And then we're going to use the get symbols. So this is the function. Sometimes it will be good if you're not familiar with the function. What you can do is go to the help function. Ito tayo sa help. Dito, diba? Ito yung help. So this is question mark get. Case sensitive, guys, ha? Get symbols. Yan, sa ilalim. Nag-intelligent siya. Get symbols. Tab. Control Enter. There, it will lead us to the help function. Ito. So class ito, no? Get symbols. This is coming from the Quantmod package. So what's this about? It functions to load and manage symbols in a specified environment. Okay, it's used to retrieve symbols specified in the first step of the modeling procedure. Okay, so current source methods are Yahoo, Google, ito pa, may SQL, Fred, pwede rin any CSV, our data, Wanda, and ito yung what's the name of this? Applied Ventures shop. I think Applied Ventures. But anyway, sige, hahanap. I-discuss naman natin yan. Alright, and then ito sample ng code niya. So get symbols is equal to symbol ng company yun. And then here's the code to use. And then usually there are examples. Ayan, may example dito. Okay, so why don't we copy this? Tingnan natin, ha? Para ma-familiarize rin kayo sa paggamit ng mga support ng help function in R. Kasi dito, class, we can already copy this. No? Okay, so here, let's copy this. Control C, and then here, Control V. Tapos ano nangyari? Okay. So una muna, dito, set symbol lookup. But we actually don't need this anymore, no? Okay, so if we use this function, ano daw gagawin ito? Loads QQQ from Yahoo, and then ito naman loads SPY from MySQL. Set with set symbol lookup. Sige, let's copy this first. Control C. Control V. All right. So set symbol lookup. We create an object called QQQ, and then okay, symbol lookup. Sorry, ang symbol lookup, what what Quantmod will do is that it will look for this ticker symbol. Di ba ang mga stocks may mga parang identification sila, tags or labels. Kunyari si Microsoft, MSFT. Si Yahoo, YHOO. Yun ang we call it ticker symbol. No? So ito, this is also a stock, QQQ. And then sabi, set symbol lookup daw from Yahoo. And then SPY, I think is a mutual fund. Mutual fund tong SPY. And then coming from Google. So if we run this, okay, ibig sabihin nag-run na, no? How do I know that it has run? If I take a look at the console, makikita ko na ito yung rinan natin, tapos next line na siya. Ibig sabihin, narun na niya tong code na to. Okay, and then let's copy kung ano yung sinasuggest ng helper ano natin. Okay, so it will load QQQ. So na-load na siya. Okay, so let's now get this, Control C. Dito ko na ilalagay dito. Sige, dito. Ilalim. Control Alt I, Control V. Now this is what I was saying a while ago. Get symbols, C, QQQ. C stands for combine. No? Combine, QQQ, and SPY. Now ordinarily, pag nag-get symbols tayo, dapat ina-identify natin kung saan kukunin website or database yung a particular variable, no? Particular data. But here, we already defined set symbol lookup. Lagyan na natin kung saan hahanapin si QQQ, sabi natin sa Yahoo, si SPY sa Google hahanapin. So that when we use these get symbols, hindi na natin linagay si Yahoo at saka si Google kasi understood na yung QQQ is coming from this one, and we're told that this should use Yahoo to source the data and SPY for Google. So let's run this. Okay. Bakit mali? Kasi class, ang problema, as I said a while ago, si Google, dati makakakuha tayo dyan ng data. Huh? Dati makakakuha tayo ng data dyan. Pero ngayon, hindi na. Hindi na pa pwede. So, inuna ni Google, no? Inuna na siya. Okay. So let me just as a note here, Google does not allow data access, and wala na, wala na yan. Okay, dito ko ilalagay, Control X. Parang note siya dito, no? Kasi when we run this, nag-error na eh. Okay, so let's modify. Control Alt I. Okay, let's just use get symbols. Control C, Control V. Get symbols, and then so we can use this QQQ and SPY. Okay, and then let's identify the source to be Yahoo. Yan. Okay, because if I'm not mistaken, we can also get the SPY data. SPY data. This is a mutual fund. Spider yata to eh. Spider, but I think this is the Spider mutual fund. So QQQ and SPY. So dalawa, since dalawa yung pinapahanap natin, we have to use the concatenate function C. No? And then QQQ and then SPY source Yahoo. So let's run this. Saan ako nagkamali? Sobra ako. Sorry. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Sobra ako ng close parenthesis. So, ayun pa. Error unexpected in the open parenthesis. Hindi ko napansin pa. No? Okay. So let's run this. All right. So you can see now here. Let's take a look first at the environment below. Do you now see QQQ and SPY sa environment window nyo? Okay, chat please, guys. If you can now see QQQ and SPY. Okay, good. All right. So that means that this data is already uploaded sa R. So magagamit na natin itong data na to. In fact, if you click this, itong spreadsheet icon dito or anywhere here, pag here lang kasi, it will just tell us what this object is. Itong QQ to Q na to. So i-minimize ko yan. But here, spreadsheet icon, okay. So, anim na data ang binibigay sa atin pag gumamit tayo. If we use Quantmod to download your data, complete to, no? Okay, take a look at this. You have in this column, diba, walang name to, no? Walang name. It's the date. And then opening price, highest price, lowest price, closing, volume, and the adjusted price. Okay, so clicking here is the same as writing view QQQ. Okay, so view QQQ will generate this. Itong spreadsheet na to. So for example, di ba may SPY na tayo? If I click this, then lalabas dito sa SPY. However, it's the same as view and then SPY. Okay, so let's run this. Yan, lumabas ngayon si SPY. SPY, open, high, low, close. Okay, are you familiar with OHLC? Guys, the term? Did you learn this in your Investa? I don't know. Did you learn this OHLC in Investa? Okay, yes, thank you, Leonard. Okay, so alam natin yan, di ba? OHLC, that's opening price, high, low, close. And then meron tayo ditong adjusted and the volume. So, without much sweat, guys, you were able to download the stock price of QQQ and SPY. Like before, I would, several times I would download stock prices from Yahoo. So I first have to go to Yahoo Finance, find the ticker symbol, and then use the interface of Yahoo Finance in order to download stock prices. With R, okay, you just use this code, get symbols, and then you can use several. You can use 20, even 100. Once I tried 100 stock prices in one in one code chunk, and it did run. It took a bit of time, but not that much. Of course, I expected it to have a runtime because there were 100 stocks that I was trying to download, and it did work. It did work. 100 yun, huh? Okay, so any questions about the get symbols? So we're just starting with the fundamentals, the basics. Okay, but of course, next meeting we'll really dive deeper. Clear so far, guys? How about our pace? Am I going too slow? Are you able to follow, or you want me to hasten the accelerate the pace a bit kasi baka masyado kayong nababagalan? Feedback, please, guys. Kasi master's class to, no? I have to siguro yung pace na yun, baka for you medyo college, medyo undergrad, or please tell me, feedback please, if the pace is just fine with you.
Sir, okay lang naman po.
Okay, thank you. Sino si Kimball ba yun?
Apo.
Okay, thank you.
Okay lang din sa akin, sir.
Thank you. Be honest, guys, ha? Baka nababagalan kayo masyado, then okay lang naman. Mag-a-adjust ako, of course. Kasi hindi ko rin alam yung pace niyo so far. Okay, so I hope you're learning R. Of course, ang suggestion ko talaga, guys, para makuha natin yung full if you haven't watched the videos that I posted, please do that before we have our class on next Wednesday, no? Para mas ma-appreciate nyo, mas mabilis din yung pace natin. Okay? All right. And then every time we meet, okay, if we were working on this, I don't have to tell you to already make sure you open this, no? This file. Para we'll just continue with what we have been doing. Okay. All right. So we learned also about view, di ba? Yung view, if we use the function view, it will give us a snapshot of the data in a spreadsheet form here. So dito sinasabi, showing 1 of 10 of 3965 entries, which means there are 3,965 rows of observations and total of 6 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, yeah, it's really important that you watch the video, especially on data structure, the one that I shared. Although it's an undergraduate class, but I think you'll learn from that. It's not the pace; it's more of, since this tool is relatively new for you, then it doesn't. I think it's good to really start with the fundamentals first. In particular, about the different types of data and data structure that are processes. Kasi if you watch that video, you might be tempted to think that this is a data frame. Actually, this is not a data frame. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to, okay, by the way, yung view, di ba, ibibigay sa atin yung snapshot ng ano. We can also get the tail of, say, QQQ. So we have this object QQQ. I want to see the tail of QQQ, and it will give us the last 6. So this is Yahoo Finance gave us the latest on September 30. So that's as of yesterday, right? So the tail function will give us the last 6 details. Okay, if you want to increase this, okay, and then I make it comma, let's say I make it 10. So this will give me the last 10 observations. So from 9:19 up to 9:30, those are 10 observations. Kasi ang hinihingi natin yung tail QQQ 10. If you want the first let's say first 6 elements, use a function head. So this will give us the first 6. So that's January 3, 2007. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 observations. Yun yung first 6. I did not identify 6 because that's the default. However, if I want to let's say make it just the first 4, so yun, I have to identify 4, control enter. So this gives us the first 4 observations. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's go back to our function. Okay, I mentioned that data and data structures are very important. There are different types of data. According to structure, you have vectors, you have list, you have matrix, okay, you have data frames. Okay, so and also you have this. So I'd like to first check what type of data is this. So we can, again, we have to put it, let's just write here, and we can use the function class. Okay, class QQQ. Control enter. So this will give us the type of object Q is. Okay, so it's an XTS, which means extensible. So that stands for extensible time series. Okay, so this type of object is very powerful because for certain data where you need the time element also. So you don't only have the day, the month, and the year. You also have the time, the hours, the minutes, even the seconds. So an extensible time series or a zoo object, they're actually almost similar. Nauna lang yung zoo, Johnny come lately na si XTS, pero of course may mga added features na itong XTS na to. Okay, that's why if you take a look at our XTS object in QQQ, you'll notice that there's something different. Regularly, pag nakakita tayo ng data, ang nasa dulo index. Kunyari, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then these are your variables. This is your data. Now take a look at this one. The index is not a number. The index is the time itself, day. And actually, it includes time. No? Yan ang XTS. So if you're working with the time series objects, using XTS is very, very highly recommended. No? Kasi it's easy to manipulate time series data if your time is set as an index. Kaysa kung yung date andi dito tapos may time ka pa. It's difficult to manipulate that. It's difficult to work with that type of an object. That's why though the contributors came up with this type of object, XTS or zoo, which means extensible time series, which means that this type of data makes use of the date and the time, okay, as an index. Notice it's an index here. It does not have any name. Not only does not it have any name, it does not form part of your data. It's actually it's like the number index, only that it's carried out as a date. Okay, so that's the class. All right, so let's go back. Let's try to see what are the other things that we can learn about QQQ. So I'll just insert it here. We can also take a look at the structure. Okay, so str small t, str. So this refers to the structure of QQQ. So if I run this structure, right, ito, sinabi na sa atin, no? That it's an XTS object. Okay, so it's between January 3, 2007 and September 30, 2022. Its data is numeric, 3,965 observations, 3,965 rows, and there are 6 columns, diba? Open, high, low, close, and then volume, and then adjusted. Ito yung sabi niya, ito yung mga characters, no? Our data is Hindi, ba't character to? Dapat numeric to. Anyway, so this is open, high, low, close, yung anim na yon. And then meron pa siyang meron pa siyang time zone, no? Time zone. So this is universal time coordinate, I think. And this is the new, dati kasi ang pangalan nito, GMT, diba? If you know, GMT stands for the Greenwich Meridian Time. This passes through si London ang base nito, di ba? Magpapasya kay London dun sa longitude. Okay? So ngayon, it's already called UTC. Okay. Alright? So ito yung object na dinownload natin. Yung structure. And let's add another one. You can also get the summary. Okay, the summary function gives us the 6-number summaries of the variables. Okay, minimum, diba? This is the 0 quartile, quartile 1, quartile 2. Then you have the average, quartile 3, quartile 4, the maximum. Of course, walang meaning tong yung index, kinuha din niya yung minimum, maximum. That has no meaning. Dito, kinuha lang niya yung average ng open, high, low, close, and even the volume. Okay, so that's what we can get with the summary function. Okay, any questions so far, class? Okay, so guys, really very sorry kasi may urgent meeting kami. So okay lang ba na mag-end muna tayo ng 3:15 class? And then
Okay po, sir.
babawiin na lang natin to as we go on, so magdi-dismiss lang tayo ng kunyari every 15 minutes tapos siguro if time does not permit mag extra class pa tayo just to compensate for the sessions that we did not have kasi late na rin naman na set up tong tong special class natin. Okay, so ano pa ba for the remaining few minutes. So we learned how to get the yung class niya. Sasabihin ko anong klaseng object to. So it can be a list. Yun ang mamimik nyo kung ino nyo yung class. It can be a list. It can be a vector. It can be a data frame. Okay, it can be a matrix. Unfortunately, class, we don't have time for that. We don't have time to look at these basic things. So my request for you is to watch the video. Pakita ko nga yun, baka hindi nyo alam kung saan. Okay, where's that? Here. Okay, so
Yung nasa modules.
module 0, yes. Nasa module 0. So ito yun. Okay, naka-publish na to, di ba? So, and then modules, let me see.
Yes, sir, we can see it.
Kasi ito, yan, ito. In particular, dito nakalagay naman, video. Ito yung introduction, brief lang naman to. Tapos another video here. And then ito yun, Ito, guys, Dalawang videos, 1.11 and 1.9. And the file that's needed for this one is ito. RMD file for data structure. Ito. So, you can follow along this lecture by using this data. Okay? So, sana, guys, sana ma-watch yun na to, Kasi, parang nahihiya naman ako na gawing assignment sa inyo kasi I know you're responsible, guys. So, hindi na kailangan sabihan na gagawin yun kasi it's sa inyo, ang worth na nito, hindi yung assignment. Ang worth na, the value of this to you is already the self-learning. Okay, and I guarantee you, since you're coming from into our with zero base, with zero knowledge about it, this will help. This will help. Although this was a lecture for the undergrad, kasi I handle data analysis sa undergrad, sa finance, So we have this subject and also yung isang subject ko na na-handle sa undergrad, econometrics. So lahat ng types ng regression, time series, univariate, multivariate, ARIMA, GARCH, VEC, vector error correction, lahat, pati panel data, lahat yun R ang ginagamit namin. So that's why yung mga nakasubok talaga ng R, kita talaga nila yung power nito. And I'm sure you'll have that also. You will experience that as we go along. Okay, so maybe just a few more, code chunks, no? Okay, so ano pa ba? So mag-download nga tayo ng data na medyo alam natin. So copyhin natin to, no? Let's copy this. Control C, Control V, and let's get symbols. Let's say Microsoft, no? Microsoft. Tapos let's do Intel, and then comma, another one. Ito, medyo controversial na company, pero believe ako dito. Okay, Tesla. Okay, so that's ano pa pwede nating i-download. Okay, sa practice, Microsoft, and then si Google, ano na, baba na ba? Okay. All right, so let's run this. And we can see here that mada-download si Microsoft, si Intel, yan na sila. And then we can view them, okay, either using the view function, or you can just, let's see, Microsoft, click natin to. Kung click natin, take note, sinulit niya yung code, no? View, MSFT. Okay, so ang default ni Yahoo for 2022, it will start with 2007. So that's almost 15 years, no? 15 years yung inaano niya eh. So it's pinaka-current as of yesterday. So readily available yung data, no, ng mga stock prices, even mga indices. We can easily get that. So far, what we have done was to na-download natin yung mga prices ng mga stocks using Yahoo Finance. No? So next meeting, gagawin natin, we'll try the other sources. Okay? And then, ang gagawin natin, we will now go into the more, let's say, the other functions that we can use for this. For example, nag-get symbols tayo ng isip tayo ng pwedeng i-plot natin, no? Pwede tayong mag-plot ng stocks kasi time series yan, di ba? So it will be quite easy to plot the data. Okay, so how do we plot it? Tingnan muna natin kung Control Alt I. Let's say plot, pwede ba to? Can we use plot and then let's see MSFT? So can we do this? If you run this, prinat niya. So this is the plot of Microsoft. Okay, so let me maximize this. Okay, so we can see here the plot Microsoft. So time series siya, kaya we're using ang default na line, no? So nakikita natin yung volatilities ni Microsoft, especially during yung global financial crisis, no? 2008. Okay. All right. So you can plot, but next meeting, class, we're going to make use of more powerful powerful functions. For example, if we're going to use the chart, there's this chart series. Yan. So chart series coming from Quantmod. And bibigay sa atin yung yung syntax. Ang daming possible na modifications, no? Na pwede natin parameters na pwede natin ilagay. But let's just use the simple one, chart series, and then compare lang natin si Microsoft dito. Okay, chart. Oops. Chart series. Yan. Okay, and let's run this. Okay. Alright, hindi siya masyadong kita, pero candlesticks to. These are candlesticks. How do I know, guys, na candlestick siya? Sige, pakita ko sa inyo, ha? Chart series, because I can do a subset, no? So Microsoft, and then isa subset ko siya. Subset is equal to, anong gusto date natin? Sige, 2022, no? Dash, and then 9. Gawin natin the whole month of September, 9/1, and then until 2022-9- up to yesterday, 30. Close. All right. So what am I doing here? I'm telling R to plot Microsoft. However, subset lang niya from September 1, 2022 hanggang September 30, 2022. So that we can see kung anong klaseng ba to? Yung chart series, anong klaseng plot yan. No? Okay, I'm going to run this. Just this line. Dito yung cursor natin. And then Control Enter. And then, oops. Ano nangyari sa akin? Sa number daw. Dash. Bakit nag-error to? Subset, tama naman to. 2022. Error in treaty number format. 3L. Invalid trim argument. Okay, bakit? Okay, sige, gawin muna natin gawin natin. Let me not include the day first, no? 2022, let's say, ano kaya ang pwede natin gawin? Uh, 2022, gawin natin 11. So that's November 2022 hanggang, gawin ko munang month, ha? Baka nagkaka-error dun sa day. Okay, this should work. Huh? Control Enter here. Error pa rin. Bakit? Ano yung mali ko? Subset. Tama ito dapat. 2022. Okay.
Yung year, sir,
Bakit?
2021 or like
Ay!
wala pang.
Grabe! Actually, I was just testing you, no? Ah, sino yun? Si Kim ba yun? Si ano? Leonard, ikaw ba yun?
Yes,
Leonard
sir.
po.
Tinetest lang kita kung mapapansin. Oo nga naman. Mali nga naman ako dun. So, tama yung kanina, no? Pero 2022 yung kanina, di ba? Sa, ano?
I tried yung ano lang, sir.
September kanina.
Month lang.
Month lang, sige. 2021 hanggang, tapos gawin natin sige, 2021 din na na September. Gawin ko na lang November, no? 2 months. Para makita natin yung kung anong klase. 11. 2021, 11, 2022 yan. Tama na siguro to. Ayan, okay. So 1 month lang yan. And you can see indeed that this is a candlestick siya. No? Familiar naman siguro kayo sa candlestick, guys? Pakichat naman kung yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So you can, ito yung default ng chart series. Ano. So si Quantmod, guys, it's a total package. And dami, we haven't even scratched the surface. Okay, we haven't even scratched the surface of Quantmod. So napakaraming ano nito, napakaraming functionalities. And later on, magdadagdag tayo ng ano ng mga technical analysis ng mga measures. Yung mga Bollinger Bands. Na-meet nyo na ba yon? Yung RSI, have you met those measures, those metrics?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Kimwell, expert ka ba doon?
Hindi masyado.
Niya ka pa. Baka araw-araw yun ang kinakain nyo sa BSP, ha?
Ay, hindi po namin tinitingnan.
Okay. Anyway,
Yung
so
ganun.
hindi naman kasi tayo talagang mag-active trading dito. So at least ang importante dito, we know no, na pwede natin ma-generate yung mga metrics yan, whether it's SMA, simple moving average, or yung mga ibang measures na ginagamit, tulad ng Bollinger Bands, etc. So that will be the scope. Well, at least yung first sessions natin, and then we'll move further. Dati kasi itong trading software na to, ang ginagamit VBA. Pero honestly, class, kasi pero parang nagiging nagiging na-overpower na si VBA. Madalang na yung gumagamit. Meron pa rin, kaso sila yung mga hardcore na mga programmers. Ang finance naman, unless na talagang you're going to double into programming talaga. Pero tayo more on applied finance. So for me, the use of VBA, although medyo nakakalimutan ko na rin kasi for me, it's a skill that I have not been using for quite a number of years. So any skill that you do not use for some time, you tend to forget. Hindi na kasi napapractice. Okay. So far, how is our pace? Guys, okay lang ba? Did you learn something kahit na konting-konti ngayon? Meron ba natutunan?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Worth it ba na na in-special class nyo to na ako pa yung napili?
Naman, sir.
Naman,
Worth it naman po
Worth
to.
it. Worth it naman, sir.
nahiya lang
Magaga-
ako kasi siyempre hindi pa nabibigay yung grades No?
Pero magagamit po kasi ito, sir, sa
Yeah, of course.
nasa ano po ako tawag dito, Supervisory Analytics Department.
Talaga? So, minsan papag-reportin kita. Ikaw magtuturo sa amin, ha?
Di pa ako marunong ang gamit po namin mostly SAS.
SAS, oo. Ang ganda din ng SAS. Pero
Ang data mine lang po.
paid subscription kasi, no? Of
Opo.
course, BSP, siyempre may pera naman ang BSP kaya, Pero maganda ang SAS, ha? Nagamit ko nila ang SAS dati. Kaso nga lang, ang problema, nagbigay sila ng free use to the students. So for our time, ginagamit ko rin siya. Kaso, I was afraid na na biglang babawiin na yung free subscription. So sabi ko paano yung pag biglang binawi yung free subscription. Although ang powerful talaga ng SAS, grabe yung ang ginagamit niyo ba yung SAS Vidaya na ba, di ba? Yung bagong nila version. So nag-trade
Lang po, ang
Enterprise
SAS
Miner,
Enterprise Guide po.
Enterprise
Meron.
Guide.
Meron
So
po siyang GUI. So click lang. Hindi
oo,
masyadong
yeah.
po.
Tama. May mga GUI na rin ang yung nagmamigrate na sila to GUI kaysa yung dati ang SAS talagang code yan. Pero nakita nila na na mawawalan sila ng market kasi hindi lang ngayon yung mga programmers ang gumagamit ng mga softwares. Ang mga gumagamit talaga yung mga functional users. Finance, accounting, minsan nire-resist nila yung aaralin pa yung yung coding. So why not just make it easy for them? Diba?
Yes po.
Tama.
Tsaka nako-connect po kasi siya sa database directly.
Yes, oo, tama 'yon. Okay, so let's stop there for the meantime. Babawi tayo next meeting. So sa Wednesday, guys, imposible ako ng 6 o'clock. Okay lang ba ng mga 6:45 or 7 tayo? Tapos siguro mag-extend na lang tayo ng konti up to 9:15.
Sure, sir. No problem.
Okay lang po.
Thank you, thank you. And then babawiin na lang natin siguro once in a while mag-aano tayo. Mag-agree tayo to meet like this, for example. Pwede tayong mag-meet either kung free tayo lahat, either a Saturday morning or a Saturday afternoon kasi mukhang yun pag-common lang sa atin lahat. Ang na-notice ko lang pag Saturday kasi pag kakakain mo lang, 'di ba? Parang ang hirap mag-isip. Parang inaago ng brain yung energy mo para mag-digest, which is true naman, no? So ang focus ng brain talaga is to process the food that you ate. And then minsan, pumupunta pa ba kayo sa school?
Hindi na po.
Hindi na. O minsan pumunta naman tayo, 'di ba? Tapos siguro doon tayo mag-class minsan. Kahit for the whole term, mag-isang beses tayo doon para magkita-kita naman tayo. Imagine matatapos yung term, hindi ba lang tayo nagkikita, di ba? So if that's okay with you, just yung kung free sa atin lahat, yung hindi hassle na pupunta tayo doon, no? Let's just agree.
Pwede naman.
Para magkita-kita kasi para sa akin importante yun na for me networking is important, magkakilala-kilala tayo tapos who knows, di ba? In the future we will have to network or communicate with each other. Di ba?
Opo.
Pero mukhang ayaw nyo eh. So, sige, wag na lang. Wag na lang, ayaw nyo eh.
Okay lang po, sir.
Okay lang, sir. Okay lang. Okay lang. Okay lang.
Malapit lang naman po sa workplace.
Laging pinapangunahan, ano? Reverse psychology kayo. Okay, sige, with that, guys, thank you so much. And you have a blessed weekend ahead, whatever's left of it. Konti na lang weekend natin.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Happy
you.
weekend din po.
Thank you. Ingat
Happy
kayo, ha?
weekend po.
Sige. Okay. Bye-bye. Stop ko na yung recording.